as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Five.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, running right is Lewis. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check 99. Check 99. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. On. Kill.
Here's the 2nd-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And some space here. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's coming. Double up.
Now it's Hines. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Slam.
Luck now to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down, Indianapolis.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Get this work on. Check. On right.
Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Number 13. A gain of
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, Love. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Check out. Rise, 40. Yeah, we got to get the stop here, D. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Ranky. 11. Slam.
From the red zone now, Love. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
A second down run with Lewis. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 29-yard line. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This pass caught with the 4. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield, serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, switch gear.
Play action. It's locked. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Come on.
After the interception, it's long. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third and long. It's Love. Able to find the rookie from Ohio State, Paris Campbell. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. Bust through the tackle. But he breaks through another tackle. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On the handoff, here's Lewis running right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll try the option on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Pilot, 64, weak. On. Hey, quick.
From his goal line here, Locke. Complete to Hilton. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 53 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down is Samuels. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Love. They'll run the screen with Mack. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And he gets it to Funchess complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Luck now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Love. He's got it to Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. again. Luck. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
he's got a man complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point now by Boswell. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On first down, it's Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Love. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Lewis. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Locke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check out! Right, 40! Whoa. On.
Throwing is Locke. Forced out to his left. Left side, Doyle with it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You got it!
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Wrong right. Watch twins. 11B. Hey, Delta.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Locke to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Second down and goal. Luck. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They try again with Lewis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Down. 90 Wolf. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On first down, Samuels. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Rudolph. His pass caught at the 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Put up.
On 4th down, Jones. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Luck now to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They come up in an offset eye. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
55, let's go, defense. Our
They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4th.
We got this. On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rudolph looking to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A first throw now for the backup, Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
41 Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
On 4th down, Rudolph. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got it with the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 54 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Well, pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Luck now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are in the field?
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Out. Check 3.
General West.
Switch it. On. Switch it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check. 540. Easy. Alert.
They run again with Hines. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Safety screaming.
From the red zone now, Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Hines. Spins past him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Pee5Jay able to tack on the PAT. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And here's Pee5Jay now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
5. Go.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last throw here for Rudolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So with a late touchdown, no time remains, but they will go for 2 here to try to make this a touch more respectable.
Go.
55, Mike 55.
Hey. Go.
Check 55, Mike.
Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.